Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you read the title correctly. Call of Duty Black Ops 5 will be arriving in 2020. Activision has decided to pull the plug on Sledgehammer Games for Call of Duty 2020 and give the lead position to Treyarch. Where are we getting all this news from, you might be wondering? Well, an article was published on Kotaku explaining everything we need to know about Black Ops 5 and Call of Duty 2020. Coming directly from the Kotaku article, it says, for 2020, Activision had originally switched things up, assigning Wisconsin-based support studio Raven to take a leadership role alongside Sledgehammer to make a Call of Duty game set during the Cold War, likely involving Vietnam. As of recently, that's changed. Now Treyarch, based in Santa Monica, California, is in charge of leading Call of Duty Black Ops 5 for 2020. So, Sledgehammer was going to take a leadership role in the development of Call of Duty 2020, but Activision decided that main head leadership role would go to Raven for once. So, are Raven and Sledgehammer just kicked out of the Call of Duty cycle? No. Continuing reading, it says, according to those briefed on the overhaul, Treyarch will take creative leadership on this new Black Ops, while Raven and Sledgehammer will serve as support studios for the game, transforming the work they've done on their own single-player story mode into a campaign for Black Ops 5, which will also be set during the Cold War. It will likely be a cross-gen game to coincide with the launch of the next PlayStation and Xbox, which are also expected in the fall of 2020. So that was a lot of information there dumped all at once. We're getting a campaign for Black Ops 5 set during the Cold War and new generation consoles coming fall of 2020. That's a lot of information dump, and there's a lot to look forward to, and that's pretty exciting actually. So, Treyarch will take the lead for Black Ops 5 as Sledgehammer and Raven will be alongside to support them and mainly focus on campaign. This likely means that Treyarch will have more time to focus on other things that they would like to do. Perhaps zombies? That's what I'm thinking. So you might be wondering, what is causing this situation? Why are Sledgehammer and Raven not going to be making the next Call of Duty? Well, continuing forward in the Kotaku article, it says, one primary reason behind this Call of Duty upheaval, according to two people familiar with happenings at Activision, is the tension between Sledgehammer and Raven, whose staff are said to have argued frequently during the past year of development of Call of Duty 2020. Two people familiar with the project described it as a mess. Now both studios will serve as support for Treyarch as the publisher prepares to release Black Ops 5. So yeah, a lot of infighting that's definitely not going to push the progress of your game forward. There's going to be a lot of creative differences that, if they're already fighting on them, I can already see it being sort of a mess. So in a way, I'm glad that Sledgehammer and Raven are going to be supporting Treyarch in this, because Treyarch, in my opinion, is the better studio out of the three. And, they'll be able to, in a way, I guess for lack of a better term, guide Sledgehammer and Raven along their vision, because to my knowledge, it's the Sledgehammer's first time working with Treyarch on a Treyarch game, and I know Raven's already worked with Treyarch for Black Ops 4, so this should be a very interesting process. Now, instead of Sledgehammer and Raven bickering at each other, they both have to look up to a boss in Treyarch. There is one thing I'm genuinely concerned about, though. Treyarch had 3 years to work on Black Ops 4, and we all know how rough the release of Black Ops 4 was, with crashes and blue screens. Now they have only 2 years to work on Black Ops 5. Hopefully they can get it together in time so that it is a well-polished game, and we don't have any more blue screens and crashes for the next game. And like I said, definitely doesn't help them that they only have 2 years to do it instead of 3. And it's another reason why I think Activision decided to have Sledgehammer and Raven, two extra studios, help Treyarch in this process. Of course, we will also see the return of the Chaos storyline in Black Ops 5. We get to see what happens after Ancient Evil with Diego Shaw, Bruno, and Scarlet. And besides that, I have no clue what to expect. I just have no clue what to expect for Black Ops 5. I didn't expect it to be arriving this soon. I mean, that's next year. And that's a little crazy to me, I'm not going to lie, that we're already getting a Treyarch game next year. But at the same time, I'm really happy because I like Treyarch and I like Treyarch Zombies. And it'll just be really interesting to see what happens. Now, the other thing that I'd like to point out is there will be a campaign in Black Ops 5. So does this mean there will be no more Blackout or no Battle Royale mode in Black Ops 5 because we have Raven and Sledgehammer working on a campaign? Or are Treyarch still going to include Blackout or whatever the new Battle Royale mode is going to be called for Black Ops 5, have the same copy-paste, in a way, multiplayer, and then the unique zombies experience that we all know and love? And yes, I speak with a zombies bias because I play zombies the most and I like zombies the most out of all the game modes in Call of Duty history. So what mysterious things will happen in Call of Duty Black Ops 5? Where will the Chaos storyline go? Will there be the return of any ether maps in a Zombies Chronicles 2 for Black Ops 5 instead of Black Ops 4 like a lot of people think it will be? The other thing that I question is Zombies Chronicles 2, the fabled Zombies Chronicles 2 that the community has wanted since the start of Black Ops 4. Will it be in Black Ops 4 still, or will they postpone it to Black Ops 5? You never know. I mean, if Black Ops 5 isn't going to have any ether maps and it's going to be a chaos story driven zombies experience, perhaps Treyarch would add a Chronicles 2 into Black Ops 5 to even it out. Or because Black Ops 4 is the newest game, and there are some newer players that always join with each installment of Call of Duty, maybe they could add Chronicles 2 for the newer players to see where the storyline comes from and what some of the classic maps are like. I think either argument is plausible, but either way, and I think the whole community agrees with me, we'd love to see a Zombies Chronicles 2. One more thought before we end off the video. I know a lot of people have been waiting and wanting a standalone zombies game. In a way, this could be a zombies-focused game for 2020. You see, now that we have Sledgehammer and Raven working together for Black Ops 5, they could carry the weight of campaign and even multiplayer, if that would be the plan, or if that's what they need to do or that's what they want to do, so that Treyarch can focus their assets more on zombies and have zombies updates and features and new stuff every week and, whatever it's going to be. And I feel like there could be more potential for a zombies-focused game in 2020. Because one thing we all know for sure, Black Ops 4 is not a zombies-centered game. There are things that were promised over a year ago at the Black Ops 4 reveal event that we still haven't gotten. Like factions. And I'm sure there are behind-the-scenes reasons why factions was never actually added into Black Ops 4 Zombies, and there's probably a reason why we get face paints instead of interesting new weekly challenges or game modes or, other updates that multiplayer and Blackout gets. But on the flip side of the coin, you can't be mad at what Treyarch has added into Black Ops 4 Zombies. We have Classified, Dead of the Night, Ancient Evil, we got a new game mode, we have Rush, we have custom mutations, we have the most customizable perk setup in all of Call of Duty Zombies history, and we have weapon kits and the armory that makes gunplay that much more unique with operator mods and zombies. So there's definitely nothing to complain about, but, as a zombies guy, I just like to see a little bit more. I'd like to know what Factions was all about. And, hopefully Factions gets added within the next operation or maybe at the end of this operation. I don't know, but we'll find out. But anyways, guys, that's the news. Call of Duty 2020 is going to be Black Ops 5 with a campaign centered in the Cold War with Sledgehammer and Raven taking the support role as Treyarch leads the charge into the future of Call of Duty. So, what are your guys' thoughts on Call of Duty Black Ops 5 being released in 2020? Let me know in the comments down below. It's been Jason, and I'll see you guys in the next video.